Welcome back to Habitat Academy. The bar has been set by this year's LHS Construction Academy students. How will next year's class exceed expectations? It all starts with Bryan Russ as he builds next year's dream team.
And the existing dream team does more to promote it than I do. They go tell everyone like, oh man, I go build an entire house. I mean, how cool is that? As part of high school, in the middle of my day, 3 days a week, I go build a whole house, like a human one. Not like a dog house, not a bird house, like a shop class when I was growing up. You're building a people house that a family's gonna live in that wouldn't be able to get that house any other way. So as far as the criteria I'm gonna use for selecting them next year, the bar is already set pretty high. So I don't necessarily need to set a higher bar. I do have to have some criteria. They're gonna be relatively subjective because, there's some people who need it. And I need to be able to make a judgment call. Do they have a talent that they don't see in themselves that I think I can draw out of this kid? They're willing to give it a shot and discover what's in them, you know what I mean? They may not have the greatest grades, but they may be in that position. I want to be able to say, hey, well, you're in, and you better step up your daggum grades. There are a lot of kids kind of jockeying for it now, and I've already told them I'm gonna have a really hard time because there's only so many spots. I can't have you guys all in it.
One advantage next year's students have is that they now know who Mr. Russ is. That wasn't the case when he initially ambushed his unsuspecting students after this project was already underway.
The first day I met him, I was actually up here for teacher orientation, and they didn't know who the new teacher was. So I was like, ooh, that dream team thing at the Habitat House is starting right now. So I was like, I'll go over there and just act like a volunteer. You know what I mean? And I was like, I'll act like a dumb volunteer who doesn't have a clue what they're doing. But I acted like, I never used a nail gun. Those things are cool. I've always wanted to use them. I was chatting with all the students, to the point where they were like, dude, like they were kind of like, this guy's a little irritating.
No, come on. How many times have I told you how to swing a hammer? You're choking up on it like a little kid, and it's looking ridiculous. No, just try again. Try again. I'm sick of this. God!
But in my mind, I was there to dupe the students. One kid, I can tell he was a quiet kid, and I was talking to him a lot the whole time we were trying to frame something up. At the end, I was like, hey, would you hire him? Pointing to his fellow students. Oh yeah, I'd hire him if I was GC. Heck yeah. Oh yeah, I'd hire him. Would you hire me? No. But it wasn't just like no. It was like, I don't know how to tell you that you should do anything in this earth besides construction. You know what I mean? Like, it was pitiful. So I said, man, what would I have to do to get you to hire me? And he says, talk less. And I loved it because I'm like, he has no idea I'm the next teacher. So when I walked in the next week, he was the first kid I saw, and he just sunk in his chair a little bit like, oh, he knew right away, that moron from the Habitat House is my new teacher. I was like, I saw them when no teacher was around and how they act on that house. And I was like thoroughly impressed. But to see them, they already had such a level of professionalism at a young age. I don't know, it says something about their parents, the teachers that came before me, or something.
It's been said that materials and workmanship make a house, but it's the people inside who make it a home. Lauren McInnes and her 2 children will soon be calling this season's Habitat Academy house their home.
I was doing a Google search on affordable housing. I was wanting to be a homeowner, so of course I wanted to do affordable housing, and Habitat came up. I was like, they're not gonna call me, they're not going to, I wasn't expecting, it to move so fast and to get a phone call. It was really shocking, and then it's just really exciting. My most recent housing situation is living with my parents. I was doing affordable rent through them just so me and my kids can have somewhere to live until I could find a place on my own. It'd be really nice to have something to go home to that we own and we can live in and stay. We don't have to move from house to house or live with family members. It's going to be a sense of security. We own this home, we all have to maintain it, work together. I mean, it's going to be amazing that we don't have to say, well, we have to get out of my parents' house or we have to go live with someone else. I have gone by several times just to look at it around my work schedule, and I love it. I love the porch.
White Aluminum, a local Leesburg company, donated the materials for Lauren's favorite feature of the home, the screened-in porch. Lauren and her kids will be able to enjoy the Florida breezes without worrying about those pesky Florida mosquitoes.
So the screening helps keep out the tiniest of bugs and create a bug-free environment. We're going to have a door that swings back towards the home and will allow them to exit and enjoy their backyard. And an additional door over here, again, swinging back to the house so they can exit out of their front porch and out into the front yard.
I think it's a beautiful home, and it will be perfect for my kids and I. I wasn't able to make it to the dry-in, but I did see online, I saw some pictures of the signatures, and I thought that was just amazing. I was reading a lot of the signatures and sayings, and you know, it brought tears to my eyes. I thought it was really awesome. I really loved that part. The first thing that I'm going to do in my new house is probably getting family together, just to have everybody over and see the house. You know, I'm gonna brag a little bit that finally I have something for myself. I went through a really nasty divorce. You know, it was really nasty. I'm raising my kids all on my own, you know, and you know, just the divorce really kind of put me in the hole. You know, I am working. I work in the medical field. I have a degree. I have a license. I work hard. I work off of my paycheck, and you know, it's awesome to just have someone that can see the hard work and want to just help. You know, I'm going to be paying the mortgage, I'm going to be paying my property taxes, I'm paying my insurance. This is no handout, you know, but they make it affordable to where the payments are low enough to where you can actually afford the home. So it's amazing. I think it's a wonderful opportunity for so many people.
When we return, we'll reveal the completed house to Lauren.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we'll get some final thoughts for the dream team from the volunteers, the homeowner, and their teacher. Plus, sometimes things don't always go as planned.
Oh, you know what?
He's not mic'd up.
Yeah, you gotta mic me up.
So stay tuned. You're watching Habitat Academy.